Did you know that a common household item sitting right there in your kitchen cabinet possesses secrets to health that perhaps only 2% of people truly recognize? It's hiding in plain sight. We see baking soda, we think cleaning, maybe some baking, but its real potential, that's a story few understand. Today, we're uncovering the hidden power of this simple white powder. Forget what you think you know. The true impact is far more profound. So, what is this stuff really? Its proper name is sodium bicarbonate. It's a natural mineral. Sometimes miners find it in large deposits called nacalite. The key thing, the absolute secret to its power, is its alkalinity. Baking soda has a pH level of about 9. Now, why does that matter? Because it allows it to neutralize acids. Think of it like a chemical reaction where the alkaline baking soda meets an acid and balances it out, creating water and carbon dioxide. This simple property is behind almost everything we're about to discuss. And let me stress again, we are talking about pure baking soda, just 100% sodium bicarbonate, not baking powder. Baking powder is different. It contains baking soda plus acid, salts, and other things. The benefits we explore today come from pure, simple baking soda. Always check the label. Let's start with something many people experience: heartburn. That awful burning feeling after eating, that stomach acid causing trouble, often from overeating, stress, or maybe greasy or spicy foods triggering reflux. Baking soda, being alkaline, directly neutralizes that excess stomach acid upon contact. It's the very reason many over-the-counter antacids list sodium bicarbonate as their main ingredient. For quick relief when heartburn occasionally strikes, try this. Mix just half a teaspoon, maybe up to 1 teaspoon for severe cases, of baking soda into about 2 cups or a standard glass of water. Ensure it's fully dissolved. Sip it slowly, don't gulp it down about an hour after you eat. It's a natural, incredibly affordable way to calm that fire down, often working faster than you'd expect to correct that acid reflux. Now let's move to your mouth. How can baking soda boost your oral health? Well, it has natural antibacterial and antimicrobial properties. It fights harmful bacteria like the ones named Streptococcus mutans, known culprits behind tooth decay. How? By creating an alkaline environment where these acid-loving bacteria just can't thrive. That's why you see it popping up in toothpaste formulas. It does more than just fight bacteria. It helps freshen your breath by neutralizing smelly sulfur compounds produced by bacteria. It can even gently whiten teeth over time, lifting those stubborn surface stains through mild abrasion. Want a simple, effective mouthwash? Mix half a teaspoon of baking soda into half a glass of warm water. Swish it around thoroughly, maybe even gargle with it to reach the back of the throat, then spit it out. It feels clean, fights bacteria, and tackles bad breath right at the source. And what about those painful mouth sores or canker sores? They can make eating a misery. Here's how baking soda helps. Its alkaline nature neutralizes the acids in your mouth that irritate these sores. It creates an environment where bacteria struggle to thrive, potentially speeding up healing. Imagine soothing that sting almost instantly. There was even a study looking at over 3,000 patients. It found that using baking soda rinses regularly led to a significant reduction in these painful lesions. You can make a simple paste with a little water. Just add drops of water until it's thick and apply it directly to the sore. This covers it, relieving pain and allowing its alkalinity and antibacterial action to help the mouth heal faster. Or just rinsing your mouth with the baking soda solution 3 times a day can bring relief. It's gentle, effective, and can make eating bearable again. Let's talk skin. Got an itchy bug bite, a mild rash driving you crazy? That itch often comes from acidic compounds in venom or irritants. Baking soda paste, just mix it with a little water, can bring surprisingly quick relief. Apply it directly. It neutralizes those acids and soothes the irritated skin. Think instant calm. This soothing power extends to sunburns too. Try a baking soda bath. Add 1 to 2 cups of baking soda to a tub of lukewarm, not hot water. Soak in it for 10 to 15 minutes. It can really help take the sting out and calm inflamed skin. Beyond bites and burns, it's a fantastic, gentle exfoliant. Do you have rough, dry patches on your elbows, knees, or feet? Make that same paste, massage it gently onto the rough skin, and rinse. The fine grains provide gentle abrasion to lift away dead skin cells without harsh chemicals, revealing smoother skin underneath. And speaking of feet, many develop tough calluses from friction and pressure. Soaking your feet in warm water with baking soda added can work wonders to soften those hardened layers, making them easier to file down or remove, reducing discomfort. What about problem skin like acne or pimples? Baking soda diluted with water can help here too. Its ability to dry out pimples, combined with those antibacterial properties, might help clear up spots and prevent future breakouts. Just use it cautiously as a spot treatment paste, as it can be drying. And since it neutralizes acids and fights bacteria, what about body odor, especially underarm odor? That smell isn't just sweat, it's bacteria breaking down sweat and producing acidic waste products. How can baking soda help? By neutralizing the acids and making the environment less hospitable for those odor-causing bacteria. You can simply pat a little dry baking soda directly onto clean, dry underarms. Many find it makes a major difference, acting as a natural deodorant. It's simple and surprisingly effective. The same deodorizing principle applies elsewhere. Sprinkle some in stinky shoes overnight, put some in gym bags, or place an open box in the fridge or freezer to absorb food odors. It's a master neutralizer. Even adding half a cup to your laundry wash can help deodorize clothes and linens, especially workout gear. Okay, let's go deeper. What about joint pain? That chronic ache associated with conditions like arthritis or even a gout flare-up. This is where things get really interesting. Touching on that impact, only 2% might know. Remember how quickly it neutralizes stomach acid? It can have a similar rapid alkalizing effect internally, which might help calm down the acidic conditions associated with inflammation, like high uric acid and gout. Emerging research suggests baking soda might help foster an anti-inflammatory environment within the body more broadly. How? By influencing immune cell activity, telling certain cells to calm down their inflammatory attack. A fascinating study from 2018 observed what happened when people consumed a baking soda solution. The researchers noted signs of reduced joint inflammation and a shift towards a more balanced, less aggressive immune response. The idea is that by slightly shifting the body's internal environment away from acidity, inflammation might calm down. Some suggest mixing half a teaspoon in water daily, usually after a meal, for potential relief. But hold on, this internal use needs careful consideration due to its sodium content. Now, this next one is critical, truly impactful: kidney health. Your kidneys are your body's filters, working tirelessly to clean your blood and remove waste. In conditions like chronic kidney disease or CKD, this filtering ability weakens. Acid can build up in the body, a state called metabolic acidosis, putting immense strain on already struggling kidneys. Here's the potential breakthrough. Research indicates that taking sodium bicarbonate might help buffer these acids. By neutralizing excess acid, it could potentially ease the burden on the kidneys, helping them function better. Some sources even suggest drinking a small amount, like half to 1 teaspoon, dissolved in water on an empty stomach might help detoxify the kidneys and combat issues related to acidity buildup. One significant clinical study followed CKD patients for 2 years. Those who took sodium bicarbonate supplements experienced a staggering 36% lower risk of their disease progressing to end-stage kidney failure compared to those who didn't. They also showed marked improvements in managing that harmful metabolic acidosis. This is profound. However, this absolutely requires medical guidance. Self-treating kidney issues with baking soda is not advisable due to the complexities involved in the high sodium load. Think about urinary tract infections or UTIs, that uncomfortable, sometimes painful condition. Sometimes very acidic urine can worsen UTI symptoms. Baking soda's alkalizing effect might offer some relief here too, potentially stopping infections from spreading or worsening by making the bladder environment less acidic. A study in 2017 looked at women experiencing UTI symptoms. After 4 weeks of taking baking soda orally, their urine became more alkaline, and importantly, they reported a significant improvement in their symptoms. Some suggest the empty stomach approach mentioned for kidney support might also apply here to combat the infection. Again, this is not a replacement for standard UTI treatment, but highlights baking soda's potential to influence body chemistry for symptom relief. Are you active? Do you push yourself during workouts? You know, that muscle burn and fatigue during intense exercise? That's largely due to lactic acid buildup. Because baking soda neutralizes acid, could it help? Some studies suggest yes. Consuming baking soda before exercise, sometimes called bicarbonate loading, might moderately improve performance, especially in high-intensity activities lasting between 1 and 7 minutes, like sprinting or intense weightlifting. One small study involving cyclists found they had better sprint performance after taking baking soda. How could this work? By helping buffer the acid produced in muscles, potentially delaying fatigue. And after that tough workout, soaking in a warm bath with about half a cup of baking soda might help neutralize some of that lactic acid lingering in the muscles, potentially easing soreness and aiding recovery. Add some Epsom salts to that bath for magnesium absorption and relaxation, and you have a powerful recovery tool. Give it a try after your next hard session. What have your experiences been with using baking soda for recovery or anything else we've discussed? Share your thoughts in the comments below. It's fascinating to hear real-world experiences. Now, we arrive at perhaps the most surprising area, still under investigation, but holding immense implications: its potential role in cancer research. Let me be crystal clear. Baking soda is not a cancer cure. Please understand that. However, research has observed something interesting. Cancer cells tend to thrive and multiply more aggressively in acidic environments. Some studies, including those using animal models of breast cancer, have shown that giving oral doses of sodium bicarbonate can actually raise the pH level within acidic tumors, making them less acidic. Importantly, this effect seemed more targeted to the tumor environment without drastically changing the pH of healthy tissues. Furthermore, some of these studies suggested this change in the tumor's microenvironment might potentially inhibit the spread or metastasis of cancer cells. Why is this significant? It suggests that maybe, just maybe, baking soda could one day be used as part of a complementary approach alongside conventional cancer treatments, perhaps helping to make those treatments more effective or reducing side effects. But we are not there yet. Much more rigorous human research is absolutely needed before any conclusions can be drawn. It's a glimpse into future possibilities, underscoring the profound biochemical influence of simple sodium bicarbonate, something very few people are aware of. Before you rush to use baking soda internally for everything, we need to talk safety. It's generally safe when used appropriately, but caution is essential. The biggest factor, sodium. Baking soda is high in sodium. Just 1 teaspoon contains about 1,259 milligrams. If you have high blood pressure, heart conditions, kidney disease, or are on a sodium-restricted diet, you must be extremely careful with internal use. The amount matters too. Don't exceed about 3.5 teaspoons per day. For adults, if you're over 60, the general advice is to limit it to 1.5 teaspoons daily. And don't use the maximum dose for more than 2 weeks straight. How you take it matters. Always make sure the baking soda is fully dissolved in water. Sip the solution slowly, never gulp it down. Avoid taking it on a completely full stomach for general antacid use, as it can cause gas buildup, though some specific protocols for kidney UTI support suggest an empty stomach, highlighting the need for careful consideration of context and purpose. It's generally not recommended for children under 6 unless a doctor specifically advises it. Pregnant or breastfeeding women should also avoid internal use unless cleared by their healthcare provider. And a critical point, interactions. Baking soda can affect how your body absorbs and uses other medications. Don't take it within 2 hours of taking other meds. Taking too much can cause unpleasant side effects like nausea, vomiting, or stomach pain. In rare severe cases of overdose, more serious issues like seizures or heart problems can occur. Use it wisely. So there you have it, baking soda. Far more than just a leavening agent or a household cleaner. It's an incredibly versatile, affordable compound with a surprising range of potential health applications, from soothing heartburn and promoting oral hygiene to easing skin irritations like rashes, sunburns, and even acne, softening calluses, acting as a natural deodorant, potentially supporting kidney function, enhancing exercise recovery, and even being studied for its role in complex diseases. The secret lies in its simple power to neutralize acid, to bring balance. It's a reminder that sometimes the most powerful tools are the simplest ones, hidden right under our noses, their true impact known only by a few. Use it responsibly, appreciate its potential, and remember the profound effects simple substances can have on our complex biology. Understanding this is key.